What's up, everybody? My name is Richard Sandwichard, and you're joining me for the Sandwichard Experience. Come here, Charlie. You're barking at me. Come here. You little wiener. Come here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sandwich Experience. Tonight, this evening, I have a dog in my lap right to start on the stream. We're hanging out. We're doing our thing. I have arrived for dog time. Bread. Go get your bread. Get your daily bread. If you know somebody that has not subbed to this show yet, who has not subscribed or followed to this show yet, let them know I exist. Send somebody a DM. How's the music? Is it too loud, hon?
I don't know.
Please let me know real quick.
Is it too loud?
Marty. Marty. Hi, baby.
Not that loud.
Okay, good. Because this is the Sandwichard Experience. We're here experiencing what Sandwichard is experiencing, as we have seen through the number of years. I've done content creation for like 15 years. Can you freaking like believe that? Like actually 15 years I have attempted to do stuff with content creation. It's insane. It's actually wild. The fact that I've been doing this kind of stuff for almost for a decade and a half. I'm not good at it. People don't watch my stuff. But I've been doing it. I hope I've been getting better. I really hope I've been getting better. If I've been getting worse, that's a problem. That's a big problem, especially when it comes to doing anything on this stream. You can't tell what I'm doing. I'm behind a thing. Look at my mouth. Ooh, do, 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 do. My mouth. You could have grabbed a second. I'm sorry, Balrog. Hi, honey. Hello, my beautiful, wonderful baby. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Can't wait for the giveaway? Yeah, the giveaway is going to happen. I have a giveaway going at 200 followers, and it's going to be a velvet painting of myself. That's a lie. Unless you really want it, and then it could be. But we're a one away from 200. We are one away from 200. Do you want a painting of Sandwichard? Go follow right now. Be our 200th follower. We'll send you a painting of Sandwichard. I'll paint you a painting. My wife will paint you a painting of Sandwichard, and then we'll be able to actually do something about what we got going on. Look at this into the camera. Hi, everybody. My name is Richard Sandwichard. We're chilling. We're listening to some music. I'm petting my dog. I made some excellent risotto for dinner. I'm hanging out. We're having a good night. We're going to be having a great night because we're here on the Sandwichard Experience. If you're not here on the Sandwichard Experience, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Han, can you take restart in the chat so the game restarts? Thank you, Hun. I call my mods Hun. I call all of my mods Hun. That's what I'll do from now on. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It didn't work. It didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. Hi. Hi. Give me a kiss. Hi. You're a baby. Oh, let me restart it. I'll restart it for you. I don't know why it's not restarting. Da-na-na-na-na. We're here in the beginning of this stream with the best song in Hades. Man, Hades is a lot of good music, and boy, does it like, oh man, oh man, does it like start strong with Out of Tartarus. Also, thank you, my wonderful wife, for the resub. 5 months with Prime over here on the Sandwichard Experience. I appreciate it. I really do. It's been 5 excellent months here. Today, I was really down about myself, and I guess I could talk about that. Hang on. I've been really down about myself the last couple days, because in like attempts of full transparency. Because I don't want to lie to you guys. I want to make sure that you feel like you're like in the loop, like you feel like connected, that you know what's going on in my life, because that's what people like, right? That's what you got to do. You got to have the real connection with the people out in your audience. Like it's necessary. I'm gonna change the song. This is too hype for me to be.
Volume a little bit.
Sorry? Of my music or me?
Volume a little bit.
Volume of what?
Music.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna change the song anyway. Hang on. So was that Hades music? Yes, that was Out of Tartarus, the best song off of Hades. It was loud, I know, it was Out of Tartarus, I can't help that. The thing that we have to keep in mind in this wonderful, creative, fantastic mindset that I'm trying to get into with the streaming stuff is this is my creative outlet in a lot of ways. This is a growth of myself. This is a rediscovery of who I am as a person after several years of just oppression and shitty roommates and having a lot of my life in my late 20s and early 30s kind of taken away from me. And this is an exploration of me as a person. This is an exploration of me as a streamer. This is an exploration of me as any kind of artist, really. And with art comes the times and feelings of needing to... How do I put this? Needing to decide at a crossroads what you're going to do forward to grow, whether that is commercially or for yourself. And I think that's kind of where we sit. There's two different things we can do. We can follow the crowd. We can do the stuff that we want to do or that we don't want to do that will make ourselves seem maybe a little less artistically sound, like we're giving up. We sell out is what people really refer to it as. We sell out. We can sell out and be a person that's not ourselves in order to get the money and suit the narrative of a successful artist. Or we can just continue doing the things that are not profitable, are not good for you, are not going to make money and maybe not even be good in the long run. And I'm always going to attempt I will do now to be fair and clear, I'll basically do anything for money because we're broke and we're basically just sitting over poverty. That's how life goes these days. But to do something on the stream that is not within my artistic intent is not something that I want to cotton to. I don't want to expose myself to the biggest games on Twitch just for the sake of getting some eyes on me. I don't want to debase myself in ways that I will not end up appreciating over time because it's not genuine and it's not me. This is the Sandwichard experience. I've been speaking to people over the last couple weeks and the last couple months and figuring out kind of what exists on my stream, what is good, what is bad, what people like and what people don't. And it's such a mishmash. It is a mix of yeses and nos, and none of it lines up. Everybody likes something different. I was told by my mom, if my mom's in here, hello mom. I was told by my mom that they don't like when I get into the video game portion of my stream because the words on stream portion is the most important part. It's the time where I get to talk to people. It's the time I get to exist in your lives, to be myself and not just have the expression through the video game. And I can understand that. But when I also get told that friends of mine don't like the fact that I want to talk for 45 minutes on top of my stream where I get the thoughts out. Just chatting versus gaming, exactly. The little nuances don't really exist. At a level like this, where I'm under 200 followers. I have 199 followers. I'm waiting to see if I can get 1 follower today and get to 200. When I'm at a level like this, the amount of chat that I get, the interaction that I get from my audience, the people that come in are way more, I don't want to say it like this, are going to be way more meaningful because they're the people that got me to the point where I would be in the future. So doing the things that I'm doing in the process of finding myself and having these people along for the journey for the whole time is going to be so much more meaningful in the end for me because it's simply who I am, and you guys are accepting that and continuing to expect that, and it's so nice. There's been so much back and forth on what I should do in terms of how I should stream and who I should stream to and what games I should stream, how I should present myself. Like, even just time like this, what could I be doing different? What could I be doing better? Do I want to take 45 minutes and talk about myself and my life and keep you updated on the fact that things are shitty? Not always, right? It's one of those things that you have to take it piece by piece, bit by bit, and decide which parts of you you're willing to show to an audience, which pieces of yourself you're willing to forego keeping private to expose on the stream. And I really don't have anything like that anyway. So the apprehension that I have to being able to produce and expose based on genuine deep down feeling and emotion is true. It's truly there. It's always there because my want for analysis is always there. But is there something missing for how I'm presenting myself in ways that people are expecting or not expecting? And that all of this stuff is such a tricky tightrope to walk especially when you have such and I'm not going to say 200 followers is low because it's more than a lot of people have on Twitch. I said last week I'm in the top 3% of Twitch streamers, and that is honestly kind of sad. It's honestly kind of sad. But to analyze this, to expose this, to talk about this live with people in a way that is going to hopefully be constructive, that is hopefully going to continue being heartfelt and open and interesting to the audience you're trying to build, is going to be key going forward. I've had a lot of doubts recently about my own stream. I really have. It's been really hard. Seeing friends, seeing contemporaries, seeing the people that I've met along the way pass you by such a large number in followers, subscribers, and everything is so difficult. Nothing worthwhile in life is easy, exactly. I'm the kind of guy who's going to keep at something until we get to the point where it's good and done and finished and perfect and wonderful, and it's going to take a long time. I moved to a different country, for crying out loud, and it was hard. It was really difficult, and I'm in this same country, my best friend, my wife, my partner, my lovely, wonderful human being that I keep beside me at every minute that I can. It's like that, I think. There's so much heart that I have for this stuff, so much willingness to produce and contribute in ways that I feel like, not necessarily only I can, but in the ways that only I can present things. And it's really difficult to keep up this, not facade, not charade, not the character, but to keep up the energy and keep up the feeling that it's all worthwhile. Because comparison is a brain poison, and comparison is always going to be the fault where you say you're not good enough, you're not going to do this, you're not going to have this happen. And I don't want to compare myself to my friends. But they are doing better than me in a lot of ways. And it's tough when you can tangibly see it in numbers, actively, 100% of the time. And it's so hard. Because I want to hit goals that I don't know that I have yet. And I want to reach numbers that people have reached months, weeks ago. but it's going to take time, and the way that I'm presenting this information, this sound that you're currently hearing coming from your speakers on your screen, whether or not it's genuine, whether or not it's heartfelt, whether or not it's goofy, it's going to be from Richard. And that's so important that you're here when you're here for it. I really appreciate it. But in the efforts of trying to be transparent is me letting you know this sucks. Times like this can genuinely be awful. We can't just have this be a fun hobby because we always want growth. We always want to move forward. We always want these things to go. Mog saying in chat, one of the major downsides of the advent of social media is you see way more things. And it's so easy to compare yourself to others, which is more often than not, or often not that healthy mentally. And you're right. And it's absolutely correct. I spent last week I lost 8 followers. I was at like 98 and I got to 90. Or I was at 198 and I got to 190 in the span of a Friday to a Monday. And over the weekend, 8 people unfollowed me, and it was crushing. It was awful. It made me feel like shit about everything I was doing. And it really sucks seeing that happen and feeling what that feels like. And even now, I could see the number of my stream change because I don't care about what number of people are watching me. Except it does hurt a little bit. It takes the sting. Nothing takes the sting out of seeing number go down. You always want to see a number go up because that's number go up, number good, number up good, right?
Mr. Sandwichard, we've gotten to 201 follows. Be sure to thank the wonderful viewer who joined our Twitch assemblage.
Hideo Vassals, thank you for following. Somehow I hit my goal. Somehow I was at my goal and then you followed and it got me to 200. And thank you. First try. Hideo Vassals. It's funny. Hideo. Or Hideo Vassals, maybe. But Hideo, because I'm a very Kojima guy. So I read it as Hideo first, but thank you so much for getting me past this point. You like my 7 Granddad shirt? Yeah! Yeah! 7 Granddad! I love Granddad. I bought this off of a website. I don't remember what website it is I bought it off of because I bought it a long time ago. I love Granddad. Granddad? Granddad. Granddad. Hey, Toasty, why don't you do... There's Giraffe. Thank you, dude.
Max Rebo.
But any nuance so it isn't washed out. It's fine. It's fine. But Hideo Vassals, whatever, however we pronounce your name. Thank you so much for following here. If you're discovering the stream now, if you're just trying to find out what's going on, I'd like to know how you found this. I'd like to know what's going on in your day. I'm trying to be.
Charlie!
I'm trying to be more expressive. Thank you for butt. I'm trying to be more expressive. I'm trying to be more open. I want to be more emotionally connected to my audience. Besides the fact that hide your wife, hide your vassals. Okay, yeah. It was the second time I went through it. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Hide your vassals. Vassals. I think I'm gonna call you Hyjo. 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 No, thank you, Hodger Vassals, for not only tuning in but for following and helping me hit that goal. Thank you so much. Give you claps. You stream? I'll give you a shout out. It's so fun and so wonderful and so important for me to experience things here on this show. And your last week in no game stream, I'm sorry you haven't been streaming in a minute. If you haven't been streaming in a minute, I hope you get back to it if you're loving it. And if you're not loving it, I'm sorry that you weren't loving it, but I hope that things can change in your life where you can maybe get back to it if you want to get back to it. I'm crying. I'm tearing up. You can't see them, but these are tears. Thank you so much. You've helped me hit this stupid number goal, and not only is this happening, but I'm listening to literally one of my favorite jazz songs of all time. I'm going to put the link to it in chat because it's so good. Snarky Puppy's Lingus is so good. It's so good. And since we hit 200, I guess technically we hit a giveaway. What's our giveaway, dear?
I don't know, but that's when it's gonna start.
We hit a 200 follower giveaway. We're gonna figure out who our followers are. We're gonna put them in a list and we're gonna give them a giveaway.
And anyone who joins between this time and then whatever, should also be included.
Say it again? You didn't pick you up on the mic and I didn't hear half of what you said, so please.
Whoever joins between now,
Whoever joins between now
by the time we announce the winner,
and by the time we announce the winner has a chance
also has a chance.
to enter. So if you have not yet followed, if you have not had the chance to send somebody a link to the Sandwichard experience, please do, because we're doing our best over here. Toasty, want to handle my light work
Why
real
not
quick?
go write something
Thank you.
outlandish on Mr. Sandwichard's stream tweet? Or join the Discord and see what else the Sandwichard
I'm given.
has to offer.
I'm gonna figure out what the giveaway is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a painting, but like I can't expect that from my own wife. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out what the giveaway is gonna be. Join the Discord. We'll have more information about that going forward. So thank you. Fuck, thank you so much. I know it might not mean a lot to give a follow out to somebody who you haven't met. But it's so nice to hit stupid number. It's relieving. It feels so good. I broke a threshold, and every threshold is gonna happen because of you. So hi Javassals, thank you for getting us to 200. Yeah, they're broken. Hold on. Where'd I put them? I don't know where I put them, but they came off of my face one time and the eye cups started falling off, so I didn't put them back on, which is why I haven't had them back on in my face. Because I didn't want to get goo or whatever in my eyes from these things. Just how life goes. It's just how it works. Hi, honey. I love this song. But thank you. Thank you for following. Thank you for being here. It truly means a lot. Like, every amount of support that you guys give me means so much to me. And look, I was having a really shitty day. I was having such a shitty day earlier. And look, we're at 200 and we got there. We did it. We're here. And it's just because of the efforts of one person giving a number, like just increased number. It should be meaningless, but it's not, because you are all regular people like I am, and you have wants and hopes and dreams and thoughts and things that are going through your minds that you want to have done, and just like me. It's just, you're human. And I want a bunch of humans. It's really high octane validation. It is incredible high to hit these goals you never thought you were going to hit, or reach these numbers that you weren't going to, even if you never expected to, even if you don't want to. It's so sweet, so important, so nice, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. I'm gonna cry. But we do have another thing that got me. Well, I guess I'm technically not finished. I don't want to be jealous anymore. I can't be jealous anymore. Being jealous of my friends isn't going to do me any favors, and it's not like I'm mean, and it's not like I'm neglectful of whoever they are or anything that they're doing or whatever, but I see the physical numbers and I know that I am one of the least followed people in my circle. I know I'm one of the least subbed to people in my circle. I know that people don't give donations, and I know people don't give bits, and I know people don't follow me, and I mean, I guess that's fine. I'm not every other stream. I'm trying to do my own thing, and I'm trying to provide this interesting and fun analysis while having these goofs with the people in my life that are in chat right now. Mog and Balrog and my wife, Delsaria, and everybody else that is in my field of vision that I can't see because I have to scroll up and down on the chat. Like, you're wonderful, you're fantastic. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I do. I always appreciate it. It is never that I'm not appreciative of the people that show up. If you do it, you like, people will come. Praise you more, Balrog. You've been doing a good job. Thank you for being a new mod.
Praise Kink.
Praise Kink. Praise you more, absolutely. You've been doing a good job. You had to ban somebody in my server the other day, and I appreciate it. Also, I caved and I added an emoji wall. So if you want to do things like the commands that are in my stream information right now, LFG and Panini, you can do that. and they will spam a billion emotes across my screen. I don't like it. I really don't. I think it detracts from the game, but people love it. People like throwing emojis at things, and who am I to say? Exactly. Who am I to say? Who am I to say? I gotta follow a trend somewhere, and if the worst thing that happens is I'm gonna have some people throwing my emojis in my face, it's what's gonna be. You've been using this jungle mix for Final Fantasy XIV DJ streams and it works well? Good. This is a good jungle mix. But thank you. I'm happy. Like, I don't really like the emoji wall, but I'm gonna grow accustomed to it because that's simply how life works. Right? I'm gonna get there where it's gonna be a fun and interesting thing that I'm gonna end up enjoying. Because that's just how it goes. It's gonna be part of the stream. Just like everything else that goes on. We also have Tayo is no longer a channel point reward, but it is an exclamation point reward. Oh, I didn't realize it was gonna appear directly in the middle of my screen. No, I gotta move it. Hang on. But it's no longer a channel point reward, so it's not gonna cost you anything. Yeah, now you're gonna see. So now it's simply gonna be. It's simply going to be there. Oh, it's channel points. No, I need commands. I need to fix my commands version of it.
What's heavier? A kilogram of steel?
Holy shit, Steel's here. Tayo! It's exclamation point Tayo. Thank you for the gorilla jump scare.
So, someone has put on your favorite.
Granny creams, hot butter ice cream. You take butter, mix it with the ice cream, freeze it up, cool. You can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot, like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sit. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny creams, hot butter ice cream. But. Thank you. Thank you for that. Steel, I'm glad you're here. I was just going over new stuff after being heartfelt and talking about how shit things are and comparing yourself to people that are streaming. We just went over some stuff. Tayo. Is it fixed? Did I move it? Now it's not low enough. Hold on. I'm going to have to go and fix this live on stream. From the top, let's do like 20% and send it. Close enough. I'm gonna go down maybe like 15 and then we'll be fine. Maybe 12 and we'll be fine. You're never gonna top yourself with hot butter? Well, you'll top yourself with hot butter one day. It's surprisingly easy to do. All you need to do is melt butter and put it on yourself. Right? Right. Right. And then we also have, if you didn't see, Steel.
So, someone has put on your favorite.
Granny creams, hot butter, ice cream, and take the hot butter. Mix it with the ice cream. Freeze it up, cool. You can see it on your screen. Put it in your microwave, make it real hot, like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip. Very tasty and healthy too. Granny creams, hot butter, ice cream. I love that clip. I do. I really do. I love that song. Jeb's sweet, baby. Is a timer on butt? I put a timer on butt?
Butt timer.
Hang on. I put a timer on butt? Give me a second. I'm going to fix that for you.
Goodbye, Jeb.
Goodbye, Jeb. I'm going to fix the butt timer. Honey, you do mean, huh? Channel points, butt. Where's butt? Channel points, butt. 5 minutes. No. Okay, let's do that. Thank you, Toros. You're gonna fix the butt timer? I am gonna fix the butt timer. I appreciate that. What quotes do we currently have? I got shit like nothing to worry about. Just child soldiers that was captured yesterday or the day before or whatever. Thank you for capturing those quotes. Shit, man, I didn't even get to do what we weren't gonna do yet. I kind of wanted to go over something that was really important to me as a person, and I don't know if you care, but we got some real shit today in terms of like national, not security stuff, but you'll see what I mean.
Watch the entire UFO disclosure hearing today so you guys don't have to. Here's all the most intense, crazy moments mashed up together. Here you go. Please enjoy.
You believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier. Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Biologics came with some extraterrestrial crash recoveries.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still
human.
Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
something I can't discuss in public.
It's something I can't discuss. Buddy, like we got confirmation a couple of years ago from NASA or from the government that we had been lied to for the number of years that aliens did not exist, and we got real reports that UFOs were real.
Setting.
And we did meet with
This is in like the house. This is like this is government stuff they're talking about right now.
one member of the flight crew who took the image. The image was of something that I am not able to attach to any human capability, either from the United States or from any of our adversaries. And they saw a sequence of 4 craft in a clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress.
I alone have observed in the United States Congress.
One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again,
Large floating
like
orb.
I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of.
Large floating orb.
And when he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned, and that he
All hail the orb! All hail the orb!
had to manually take this image.
Had to manually take
from
an
one of the
image
lenses,
from one of
and
the
it was
lenses.
not automated.
Because whatever was happening shorted out his automatic radar and sensors and things and could not have it be a picture taken. It had to be manually.
In collection, as you would typically see in a test mission.
Rush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself of non-human origin craft?
Yes, I personally interviewed those individuals.
Like, are you kidding me? How is this not, like, going to be national nightly news? How is this not national nightly news? How is this not blowing up it's blowing up on Twitter or doing whatever, but like, how is this not the biggest news of the century? How is this not the most important thing we've ever seen? Where are the pictures? Hold on. I had gone and looked it up. But Congress is pushing for UAP and UFO transparency. You're going to assume it's a jean jacket moment from no? Yeah, well. Look, the fact that this stuff is still classified under government documentation is going to be... That's a TIE fighter. That was nothing. But the fact of the matter is the images and things that are not going to be just the first-hand accounts are still going to be completely classified. This is a whistleblower moment. So... Mr. Grush, I looked up David Grush. He is a Air Force officer and former intelligence official. He is specifically whistleblowing. Unnamed officials told him the U.S. government maintains a highly secretive UFO recovery program and is in possession of non-human spacecraft and dead pilots. He says non-human. Specifically non-human, which I don't know what that means. That could mean intelligent animals. That could mean intelligent earthling animals. But the concept is an unmanned drone non-human. Oh, hold on.
Mr. Grush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met
Test mission.
Grush, as a result of your previous
Earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Biologics came with some of these recoveries. Aliens are fucking real. Like, I'm not like it's fine. We got confirmation. You're telling me it's dolphins? We're cracking open the dolphin conspiracy? Yeah, dolphins are smarter than us. Dolphins have been aliens the whole time. It's easy. This is just an easy thing. Human and non-human spacecraft would be more concerning. I completely agree. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, I think I'm just happiest that we're not alone in the universe. It's basically impossible for us to be alone in the universe. But Jesus Christ, it is nice to have some kind of confirmation. Like, I was so happy watching this just that we had even, like, a guy telling Congress, yeah, this is real, I'm under oath. He could be lying, sure, but, like, isn't it so much better to have the existence of aliens? Douglas Adams was a prophet. I agree. I have a towel near me. I have a towel near me at all times. Actually, I have 2 towels. So long, thanks for all the fish. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We'll get there soon. Corn salad, let's go. It's lemons. I had to double check because I was like, hold on, I don't think it's corn, it's lemons.
Malfunctioned, and that he had to manually direct.
But the fact that even if I can't trust Getz, even if I don't like this man, the fact that he is telling us that he has he has some first-hand accounts and then also knows about other stuff where a man had to take a manual picture that he would have seen if he's reporting on this, if he's talking about this by Congress like this. He would have had to have seen this picture. How many people in the government, in Congress, and not just the Secret Service, in just basic congressional and government like stature, where on earth have they been hiding this information forever? I mean, in space. They've been hiding it in space. They're hiding it on the moon. That's the thing. But for serious, why would this not be like the first thing you want to talk about, like towards the general public? We could have won the space race so much faster, which is nothing at that point, but we could have found how to reverse engineer this technology using the efforts of multiple countries at once. But it's because everybody wants to be the one major power and nobody wants to share it, and that's why, because it's ultimately just colonialism across the board, world domination. It's whoever can get these alien things working first and use them into doomsday weapons, and then etc. But the fact is,
from one of the lenses,
bold to assume humans could even understand how to use it. We've had tens of years, decades since Roswell's crash. If they're not talking about Roswell's crash, then they're talking about something more recent. Imagine the plot. Oppenheimer died in 1967. Oppenheimer died in 1967, unfortunately, so he can't do anything for us. But if you're saying humans could not understand how to use it, we have a tendency to hit buttons until something works. We have the unfortunate moniker as like space cockroaches. Like, we are both unkillable because we don't care Like, we'll go into anywhere and do anything in order to test something and brave the dangers of the universe on our own because our curiosity is staggering and will continue to skyrocket. We will figure out how to make this stuff work through brute force if we have to. And we've had dozens of years to figure this stuff out from Roswell alone and nothing else. Get Oppenheimer's clone on the job? Absolutely. If Oppenheimer had a clone, what would his name be? Well, who's to say things like a phone in your pocket weren't from reverse engineered technology? We don't know that. Technology has jumped so far in the last 20 years, like even between like 2000 and 2010, we jumped so far in 5-10 years. We're insane. Like even in the last 100 years, from flight in 1903 to entire government spying on their people in 2001. But like we have done a huge jump in technology and we continue to do so. How do we know that this isn't reverse engineered alien technology? I guess we don't. But I think because capitalism is driving it, I think that's why we know that's not a reverse engineered alien technology. You feel like any alien life is going to be legit alien to humans? Exactly. We may have no idea how to interface with it. Yes, absolutely. We are going to have no clue how to interface with anything that aliens are going to bring forward to us. We're going to have no clue how to do anything the aliens are going to bring for us. Even we have discovered alien life, and it's alien life because it's on Mars, but we've discovered bacteria and microorganisms that exist on Mars that's alien life. Hopefully it's existed in bigger forms than that and something terrible happened to them and they got wiped out. And that's why there's no life on Mars, and it's not just they all left for some reason. The fact that, it could just be that they use all the resources. Ancient alien human theory. But a phone in your pocket can't necessarily be said that it's not going to be reverse engineered alien technology, but we can't say that it was. Like, we don't have the proof there. At least we have proof here that people are saying, oh yeah, this shit turned off our radar. This shit turned off our like automatic tracking and sensor equipment. We needed to have a manual picture taken of this thing. That's big. That's huge. And fucking Gatz has seen it. God! Cillian Murphy. I'm silly and Murphy. Alien life is alien to humans. Alien life is always going to be alien to humans. Differences in language notwithstanding, but physiology, biology, political, anything. Getz said he saw it. He has. So he said that he has. Hold on, we'll go back.
That diamond form observed a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of. And
Getz is aware of the way that we detect this stuff, and he is the only one in Congress that has seen it. He has first-hand account. Oh, this is Mothership Zeta. Panorama change. This is Mothership Zeta. Thank you for tuning into the Sandwichard experience. We're like, since this is really like aliens and Fallout kind of thing, I'm tying them together here. This is real congressional happenings that happened today, where they were talking about the existence of UFOs.
And when he approached,
these UFO stuff is not garbage because it gives me. I was having the shittiest day, and I read this. And I was happy because at least it's nice to have confirmation that we are not the only people in the universe. Like, mathematically, we shouldn't be, but God, it'd be really sad if we were, huh? I'm happy this might be the case where we're not. I'm not even putting down the entertainment value. I'm not even thinking about it from an entertainment standpoint. This is hopeful. This isn't. I'm looking. Okay. Let me explain my view on this. I am not looking at it from yes, this is 100% confirmation. This is 100% true. These are not lying to people, even though they're under oath and they're doing this stuff in Congress. The fact of the matter is that it's happening in Congress in the public eye, and people can watch this is really important. And whether or not it's true, it's hopeful. It gives people hope because, again, I was having a really, 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 really shitty day. And I talked about it earlier, it was about the stream and fucking numbers, but what does that matter when we are infinitesimally small in the universe that other life forms can come from? It's so important that we have other life in the universe. It is key. It's so necessary, because if we're the only ones, that's incredibly scary and incredibly sad. Hundreds of thousands of millions of worlds out there, and we're the only ones. We've never made contact, even if they're lying. This is congressional confirmation that we're not alone in the universe. Codsworth the Robot, thank you for getting us to 202 followers. Thank you so much. Sorry, we're talking about aliens because of the news that came out today. Like, I am looking at this both in for the value of entertainment and for looking at this as a point of hope and pride and
202 followers.
Being pleased and happy.
Be sure to thank the wonderful viewer who joined our Twitch assembly.
I did. Thank you, Codsworth the Robot, for following. You don't even need to see it to know there's life given the vastness of the universe. You'd be more surprised if there wasn't. Dead Space offered that ancient civilizations happened and then made the markers and then split. And that humans were unfortunately somehow the only life in the entire galaxy, if not the universe. And that's Dead Space's take on it. But I mean, Dead Space. Dead Space. If space out there is dead, that is the most maybe terrifying thing that could ever exist. That math made us the only ones. There's non-human life right here on Earth. We've had asteroids crash and we've found things. I mean, besides, like, you know, animals. Like a dog. My dogs. I have 2 of them. I have 2 non-human lives in my home right now. But we need to have this as hope, I think. This is joy bringing for people who want there to be more out there. This is gratifying for people like Tom DeLonge, lead singer again of Blink-182. He knew the whole time. Tom DeLonge is probably having a field day right now because he is out there saying, look, I was right again. I did it again. I proved it. They said they confirmed it before, but we have clearance and truth of non-human life in ships that were recovered in crashes. That's gigantic. That is massive. That is so celestially important. It goes and puts ourselves into more perspective. Just in one sentence, aliens are real. The next question is not where. The next question is how far away. Because then it's about scale, right? Why haven't aliens contacted us if there's life in the universe? Well, because we're war-mongering, hungry, idiot monkeys who have no idea how to run people or the worlds or anything. And I'm pretty sure that aliens who may have moved far past the nuclear age into ages of prosperity wouldn't want to contact us because we're not ready. Much like they did in Mass Effect, where you had to make a spacefaring thing and could be able to do faster than light travel before they revealed themselves to you, even though we ended up having the human-Turian conflict because it was a complete accident that we bumped into the Turians and then stuff, right? We always present these things as such negatives in the way that we look at this stuff in media when we can actually meet aliens for the first time. And giving the general public the concept that aliens are real is key to having their minds expand in such a way that this isn't all there is. There's thousands of miles, thousands and thousands of light years ahead of you. And if you are not ogling at the stars at this point, thinking which ones you could be going to. I'm sorry that you're a joyless bastard, but to be serious and honest about it, it's necessary for this to happen, for the general public to have a concept of this, to make sure that they can continue collectively to grow upwards, not just here on Earth. And I'm not talking like people need to be... I hit the wrong button. I don't need people to be thinking about what they're going to do by renting condos on Mars, right? People shouldn't be thinking, oh, I need to get to Mars in order to have this happen so I can rent out a condo. I can't make a golf course on Neptune. Like, that's not where things need to go. Things need to go to a point where it's not even tourism that we need to see. It's just exploration that we can combine, that we can create some kind of like the Federation from Star Trek to make something wonderful and beautiful and fantastic out of the lives that we do have. And I don't want to leave you with this thought with Garfield Megalovania music playing in the background, but if you could leave me a comment in chat and tell me, you know what, I'll leave a poll as well. I'll put a poll. Hold on, new poll. Question: would you no. Is it scarier to be alone in the universe or not? And I'm just going to say yes or no. And if you want to put your rationale, I would love that. I would appreciate that. We'll put that for the next 3 minutes. We are going to run that real quick. We'll be back here on the Sandwichard Experience very shortly. Twitch is going to make me run an ad in like 30 seconds, so I'm going to make sure that happens. Thank you for being here. We're going to play some Fallout New Vegas after this, but I wanted to touch on the aliens very briefly before we got to move on. Thank you so far, again, to Codsworth the Robot and to High Vassals for following tonight, for getting me out of this, helping me get out of this slump and bringing me forward. We're going to be back, and we're going to have some fun. I hope you have some fun, too. The scene of it. Don't touch the dial, you will not smile. Here on the Sandwichard Experience. Love you, be back.